Would you like to step outside for a moment? We didn't know that you didn't know."
I could feel my face go from worry to pain. I walked to the women's restroom, washed my face, and then screamed. I couldn't stop wishing that I had called faster or asked for his address even earlier. I walked back to the interview room. The officers gave me back my phone and then asked if I needed a ride back to Jason's house. I agreed, and then I had an officer take me home. When I got there, Carter was there, Cameron and Brittany, and even Alexis were already there. I walked over to Alexis, and I couldn't let her go. I then hugged Carter, hugged Brittany, and then Cameron. Cameron had a huge bandage on his head. He said he was cleared after 3 hours. "Guys," I said. They all looked at Jason's house, and that's when we saw all of the glass on the ground. We all just looked at each other in shock at just how much glass was surrounding the front. Then Carter offered everyone a ride home. We all got in his car, and then we agreed to stay in touch and talk to one another if we ever feel like we need support. Carter, on the other hand, said he needed time to himself, and I was the second to last to be dropped off. I hugged Alexis, then I asked Carter to check in. He didn't say anything. As I made my way to the door, my mom opened the door and asked where I had been. I told her everything. She immediately started crying. My brother walked out asking me if I was okay, and he also asked me what happened. I told both of them everything. At that moment, something eerie happened. My brother said that he and his friends wanted to go to CVS or Walgreens to get some drinks and snacks. So they walked and skateboarded over there around the same time Jason's house was invaded. While they made their way to a convenience store, a flock of black cats surrounded them, getting closer and closer. My brother found it eerie. Suddenly, the cats walked away, just as easily as they had appeared. When my brother told me this, I could feel a rush going through me. Today, Alexis is married to someone who was close friends with us. Brittany's living her life, doing her own thing. Cameron has 2 kids and talks a lot about sports. As for Carter, I was told once that he changed, and he isn't the same person anymore, but I'm not really sure in what way. When I met him, he was a very serious yet witty person. He's been really hard to reach since this all happened. We found out that the guy who visited Jason that day was one of his friends that he smoked with, and that he had nothing to do with anything that happened. He was there by coincidence. The story has been altered a little, and names have been changed. There's an article out there with a short description, but out of respect for my friends and their privacy, I'm not going to include it. Lastly, Paul was sentenced to death, his stepfather was sentenced to 14 years in jail, and his cousin was sentenced to a few years in jail. A case was built for Paul's cousin, and I went to court to testify against him. The jury decided to keep the sentence they had initially given him, though. They've all appealed to get a lesser sentence, but I'm not really sure of the status. But I haven't been subpoenaed since. This all happened back in 2012.